Folks, always understand this. The world will never know you the way that you know yourself. I will say that one more time. The world will never know you the way that you know yourself. Wherever you're going, wherever you're heading in this world, always know yourself better than anything and anybody. Know who you are, know what you want, know what you're going for, know what your purpose is, know what your destiny is. This is something that you should look for at an early age in life. The moment that you start learning about the meaning of purpose, because a lot of us don't really learn about that until we get older, until we hit past our adolescence, past our teens. Like, some of us are blessed enough to know that in our teens, when we hit 16, 18. Some of us don't realize that until we hit 25. Hell, some of us don't realize this until we hit 30. You know what I mean? It hits you differently. It hits everybody differently. But when it hits you, you'll know, because you're going to start looking at things differently. You're going to start looking at yourself differently. You're going to stop trying to be so proverbial with, fitting in, with being like everyone else, or being afraid of what other people think about you. You're going to start seeing yourself. You're going to start truly seeing yourself in who you are, and who you are supposed to be, and who you want to be. And when that happens, you are going to start really driving yourself to figuring out your purpose, to finding out what you want in this life, what you truly want. Because the short-term stuff, all that's going to go out the window. All that short-term stuff, this right now, all that's going to go out the window, because you're going to start focusing on the long-term goals in your life, where you truly want to be at the end, where you want to be when your ticket gets punched. How high do you want to be up here? Do you want to be here? Do you want to remain here? Do you want to settle, or do you want to keep pushing? Do you want to keep pushing for better, keep pushing for more? You're good, but you want to be great. Or you want to settle for being good. You're going to start realizing these things the minute it hits you. What is it? You'll know what it is when it hits you. And when it does, trust me, that drive is just going to get stronger and stronger. Know who you are. Always. It doesn't matter how people are going to look at you a certain way. It goes back to being misunderstood. You're going to be misunderstood. Whatever it is you're going for in this life, other people aren't going to understand you. They're not going to get it. They're not supposed to understand, because they're not you. So they're not supposed to understand you. They're not supposed to just get you. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds weird. Of course it's going to sound weird now, because you're hearing it from somebody else. You're not hearing it from within. Once you start hearing that shit from within and understanding that it doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter how other people perceive you. How do you perceive yourself? Do you know yourself? You know yourself. You should know yourself better than anyone else. So it doesn't matter how people perceive you. It doesn't matter what they say, what they think. You know who you are. You know you better than anything. You found yourself. You found your purpose. You found your calling. You know what path you're going on. We're all, like I said before, life is a highway. We are all on the same road. Where we end up, we're going to end up in different directions. We're going to scatter. We scatter as we go. You might meet some people that are getting off on the same exit as you, but that doesn't mean that just because y'all got off on the same exit, you're not getting off in the same destination. You're not reaching the same destination. You just so happen to get off on the same exit. But your paths are still different, because you're both different. You're different. We are all different. That's why it's okay to be misunderstood. You might be misunderstood by someone else, but you might be understood by this person, or you might be understood by these people, whereas these folks don't get you. So they're going to look at you a certain way. Who cares? Who cares how people think they know you? Do you know yourself? Are you aware of who you are and what you want? Because as long as you're aware of that, then the world's perception of you does not matter. I remember when I was younger, I always used to have an assumption of like how people saw me or how people would see me if I was myself. So like through my teens, I had confidence. I had confidence in myself, but I didn't have enough confidence to be myself. And that's one of the things that I didn't learn when I took martial arts in high school, when I was learning from my sensei to be more confident, to be more to be less afraid of other people. But along that journey, I still didn't have a true identity of myself. I didn't know if it would be okay to be myself, if it would be okay to be me. And I had a big fear of being misunderstood by people. So I would really bottle myself up a lot. I would always try to be this around this certain group of people, or be like this around, or be like that around that certain group of people. And it wasn't until I hit my 30s that I really kind of just stopped caring about how people saw me. And it really happened when I was 31. I got diagnosed with hypertension and chronic kidney disease. And I really had a new what's the word I'm looking for? A new outlook on life. I was about to say a word that I couldn't pronounce. Just a different outlook on life and how people saw me. And I really stopped caring about how people saw me because I started seeing myself as amazing. I started seeing myself for just me. I enjoyed me. And it wasn't until I hit my 30s that I really started practicing loving myself, loving who I am, loving how far I've come, loving all of the things that I've survived, all the things that I've went through. And it's now to the point where like I'm 40 now, and I love every ounce of pain that I've ever been through in my life. I love every bit of heartbreak, every bit of loss. I love it. And I love it because I can thank it. I can thank it for bringing me here. I can thank it for bringing me right here where I feel I belong, in a place that I feel I'm comfortable, that I'm not afraid to be me. I'm not afraid to sit in front of a camera and just talk. And it doesn't matter who listens or who doesn't listen. It doesn't matter, because a lot of this I've said before is for me. And folks, it's okay to be proud. It's okay to pat yourself on the back and really be proud of yourself. Because if you can't be proud of yourself, how can you ever accept when anyone else is proud of you? If you don't love yourself, how can you ever accept love from somebody else? This is why so many people have these bad relationships, whether they're friendships, whether they're friendly or intimate. They have so many bad relationships because they don't love themselves. And the reason they don't love themselves is because, once again, they don't know themselves. They have no real identity of who they are. They have no idea of who they are or who they even want to be, because they've spent so many years, like myself, trying to be understood, trying to be accepted. Stop trying so hard to be accepted by the world. Stop trying to figure out the world. Figure yourself out before anything. Figure out who you are, because if you don't know who you are, you're going to have a hard time accomplishing anything in your life. Because if you can't figure that out, that's the greatest Rubik's Cube that you ever have to solve, is yourself. Don't try to figure other people out. Figure yourself out. Figure yourself out before anything. That's the goal. That should always be the goal, is really knowing yourself, being able to look at yourself in the mirror for more than 10 seconds and say, you know what? I love me. Look at your reflection and say, I love you and I'm proud of you. This is why I say this all the time on my videos, because not too many people hear that, because not too many people tell themselves that. Start telling yourself that you're proud of you. Start telling yourself that you love you. Start telling yourself that you accept you. Start telling yourself, I'm not afraid to be me because I know me and I am who I am. How everyone else sees me, it doesn't matter. I know who I am. I know myself and I know where I'm going. And I am blessed. I am truly blessed to be at that point where I am comfortably content with who I am. Folks, at the end of the day, no matter how people see you, no matter what flaws you have, no matter your deformities or your disabilities, whether they're physical or mental, whatever it is that you think is wrong with you is not wrong with you. Other than that, what else can you say is wrong with you? There is nothing wrong with you as long as you know, love, and accept yourself. It will not matter how this world perceives you. Always remember that. And on that note, I'm going to bring this to a close. Folks, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, if you are new to my channel, do not be a stranger, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And in case nobody else tells you, I'll tell you. I love you, and I'm proud of you. Keep it up.